All right, Rick Bozich, another unusual occurrence here. We've got them all the time, things that we haven't had before, except this we have experienced before. Louisville, multiple COVID positives within its program, has stopped its team activities for men's basketball. And the biggest team activity, of course, is a game on Wednesday at Kentucky. What was your reaction when you saw this? I think you saw it right before I did because you texted me.
Surprise, I guess. Part of me, because this basketball season started on time and most of the games were played, sort of pushed COVID to the back of my mind, thinking that it wasn't going to be a big interrupter to this college basketball season. And as we saw last week, with a bunch of games that got postponed or canceled, I think Sunday night there were 6 or 7 more, that this is what's happening right now. And I guess with Malik Williams being the first Louisville player to go out and not playing against Western on Saturday, that the rest of the team is now affected by it. So my best hope is that UK schedules another game, and then maybe the U of L UK game can be made up later in this season.
Yeah, we've talked about this a little bit with COVID as we've kind of watched Omicron across the country and seen some little impacts as it's come in. This was something that we really hoped that we wouldn't have to deal with, but here we are. I think for Louisville, one of the questions is really how are they going to deal with this from a standpoint of quality games? They need to beat some more people here, and Kentucky was a chance. I don't think a lot of us gave them a big chance to win that game, but it was another chance against a top opponent. You look at the ACC, there's some good opponents in there, but we just don't know what to expect from the rest of the season at all at this point. And I think that's going to be a very difficult thing moving forward. The other thing is, who's Kentucky going to play? They're looking for somebody to play right now. And we've heard possibly that they could play Scotty Davenport in Bellarmine, which would be a huge opportunity for that program.
Yeah, you're right. And I hope that does come together. But for Louisville, that was their last non-conference game, and they're 7-4. They've got a couple decent wins, Maryland at NC State, which, when they go before the committee, I don't know how much weight those will carry compared to the 4 losses. The problem is they got a couple of bad losses, and that would be Furman. And although DePaul's got a good record, their computer ranking's not very good. So for Louisville, if the schedule stays as the way it is now, they'll be home a week from Wednesday on the 29th to play Wake Forest. And Wake Forest, I think, is 11-1. If you look at Louisville's schedule in the ACC, it is front-loaded with easier games. According to Pomeroy, I think they're favored to win 7 of the first 8, and then it gets tough. The best thing they have in their favor, though, is the ACC is probably the weakest of the 6 power conferences this year. Other than Duke, I don't believe there's another ACC team in the top 25. So Louisville should have plenty of opportunities to win games.
Yeah, they're going to have chances, and they've got a couple decent wins already. So that's in there. The big thing is get healthy and stay healthy, and that's going to be the thing for every team as we go down the stretch. It's going to be the big thing for us as we look at it. You really have to wonder what's going to happen with stadium protocols and whether they'll restrict crowds. Fortunately for neither Louisville or Kentucky, they've not been drawing big crowds to this point, so they might have to do anything. But I think we're going to have to watch all of this. We thought we were through it. Now we're probably not, at least for a couple months. We're going to have to just kind of be more careful. I think you and I are probably going to take that tack. I hope everybody else does too, and stay safe. We'll watch what happens. We'll be back with more updates on TV and online. Check our website at WDRB.com. Thanks a lot for joining us.